There is a rumor going around that Zendaya is about to get cut and replaced with a new love interest in Spider-Man 4 opposite Tom Holland, her fiance. They just got engaged, and in fact, the headlines are claiming both of them are stepping back from work right now to prepare for getting married and living as a married couple. But Tom Holland is still set to star in Spider-Man 4, of course. And allegedly, according to another rumored scoop, Zendaya is still going to be in Spider-Man 4, but she will be replaced by a new love interest, who is rumored to be Madeline Klein. She is a blonde actress that I remember from Glass Onion. That's the only thing I've seen her in. Yep. She looks like more of a TikToker than an actress, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of her we can show?
I don't have one pulled up here.
She's less recognizable than Zendaya, for sure. Yeah, that's Madeline Klein.
Just put Livy Dunn in there while you're at it.
Yeah, F it. Why not? Get Addison Rae or something. Like, just pick one of these random Instagram models. But that's according to a blind item that was submitted to Dumois. Madeline Klein is reportedly being considered for a role in the cast of Spider-Man 4. And pretty obvious to me that if that's true, she's going to be the new love interest. Playing what character, though?
I mean, I don't actually know if I believe that. I actually think that she might not play the love interest. If the whole point would be to get away from Mary Jane or MJ and to go to Gwen Stacy, but I don't know if they would cast her as Gwen Stacy.
Some people are saying that Zendaya getting replaced in Spider-Man is a sign of the vibe shift.
It is really funny to think about. They're just like, we're just going to make your life harder. Like, oh, congratulations, you got engaged. Now we're going to make sure that he has to be with another woman in this movie.
Imagine you meet somebody on the set of a movie, get married, and then your character gets replaced as the love interest immediately. Like, that's...
They just want to make your life difficult.
Sabotage.
Yeah.
It's sabotage against their marriage.
Yeah.
This could break them up. It could ruin everything.
But
you know,
they're Holly weird.
People are claiming, at least,
they probably love that shit. They're
that
like, I love to have to act opposite. It's like, it's really challenging me as an artist to have to be in love with one woman,
right?
And then pretend to love another.
It's a test of how professional I am as an
Exactly.
actor, and I'm just so talented that I can pretend to have sex with other people than my wife on camera, and it doesn't affect my marriage at all. So if you think that's weird, you're weird, actually. But no, there's not going to be anything like that in Spider-Man, hopefully, because there are children watching. But you know, people are saying that Zendaya getting replaced in Spider-Man as the love interest for Tom Holland's Peter Parker is evidence of the vibe shift that was just brought upon us by Donald Trump winning the election.
Yeah,
they say day 8 of the Trump administration, and he just got rid of Zendaya. He just put the kibosh on all things Zendaya because she's been getting so much hate for so long. I don't even know how I feel about her anymore because people either love her and stand everything she does, or they hate her guts.
Yeah, it's over the top. Like,
you think?
There's nothing about her that inspires a strong enough response for me to care anywhere near as much as the people that either love her or hate her in equal measure.
One thing I hate about maybe just the way that she's marketed to me is that she always looks so done up and beautiful on these red carpets. They style her, dress her to the nines, put her in all the beautiful makeup, and they do her hair beautifully. And she really is a beautiful girl. But then it seems like in every movie or show that she's in, they make her look frumpy.
I think that,
it's on purpose at this point.
I think the actors love that. Here's the thing. I think they love the dichotomy. I think they love and believe that there is some type of social utility about portraying women as average or less than the physical beauty ideal. I think they love it. I think they love it because, one, when a girl or a woman goes on a red carpet and does, granted they're not doing their makeup themselves, they're sexualizing themselves, which is their choice. It's a matter of consent. A lot of people, especially with hyper-progressive political beliefs, believe that there is something inherently wrong about a sexualized character that is coming from the pen and the word of a director or writer who says that they have to act that way, that is some form of oppressive nature to tell a woman that they have to act that way. They're completely ignoring the fact that you have to sign up to do the role and agree to do the role, right? Mm-hmm. But that is not a progressive ideal, because a lot of times it's the hand of a man, either a male that wrote it or a man that directs it. It's the same logic that they use in porn to have women be like camera women or directors, to say that it's less exploitative to have women directing porn than men.
Mm-hmm. But the question is, who should the character of Mary Jane be? Does that fit?
I mean, they're already, no, they have to do Gwen Stacy. They have to do, because they already, I know that she's not Mary Jane. I know,
but what I'm saying is, was it the right decision creatively? Was it the right decision to make Zendaya look like shit in the movie? I
mean, it fits with her personality. And it fits with her personality in the movie, which is aloof and annoying, but I didn't particularly care for it.
They made her the same way in Euphoria.
I hardly honestly remember her in those movies. I mostly remember, him in his journey as Spider-Man. Ned was a more memorable character to me than MJ in those movies. Somebody in the chat, Antonio Romero says, Brett is explaining female nature. No, I'm explaining Hollywood progressivism and the rules that the self-imposed rules that they put on themselves to operate. That's not female nature. It's just how they seem to treat things so that they don't get canceled by other people in their own industry. Mm-hmm. The way that movies are produced now. I was talking about that the other day when I did I wrote this long review about the sexually predatory nature of the women in the show Republic of Doyle. And I said that it's weird how in modern day Hollywood, there are more sex scenes because of streaming services, yet there is this looming air of like Harvey Weinstein's still living ghost that has to be cast out of existence by your nearest intimacy coordinator. And they're the only one with the mojo to do it, for lack of
which is ironic,
a less occult meaning.
All of Harvey Weinstein's alleged and not alleged, proven misconduct took place behind closed doors and not on film sets.
I don't know if they cast her as Black Cat, as they're saying in the chat. That certainly seems to be what they're talking about.
That's what a lot of people are speculating in their replies.
I don't know who you cast for this. I frankly, Tom Holland, it seems kind of weird. So at the end of No Way Home, if I remember correctly, thanks to the spell from Doctor Strange, he's basically been cast out of existence, and like Ned and MJ, they don't even know him anymore. It's a way of protecting him as his identity has been revealed. So, I don't know. It's going to be weird going back to Spider-Man after like finishing a trilogy as strongly as they did. But Tom Holland is still a bankable dude, and people still really like him and recognize him in that role. Mm-hmm. See, if he was a real male feminist, he'd be like, I won't do it without her. And then he'd walk away from like $1 gazillion.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're still going to keep Zendaya's MJ in the movie without her being the love interest and getting replaced, unless it's some kind of weird love triangle thing. But some people were very devastated to hear this news. One said, Marvel, be honest. Do you want me to KMS? Yes or yes? And another one was glad that Zendaya is finally free from the racist, misogynistic MCU losers. Even though Spider-Man isn't, produced by Disney.
It's still an MCU film. Those Spider-Man films are still MCU films. They're part of MCU canon. It's just Spider-Man is owned by Sony.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other people were excited that the possibility of making Peter Parker gay, and they think the replacement love interest should be a man.
I think the only answer is to cast Rachel Zegler as Gwen Stacy. If they really want to make $1 billion, just cast Rachel Zegler.
Do you think that they're capable of it?
No. I don't think they're that stupid.
Are they that stupid?
I don't think they're that stupid. No, I don't think they're that stupid. No, not with Spider-Man. You don't fuck around with Spider-Man that much.
I don't know. They're doing it right now. I mean, regardless of what people on the internet say, Zendaya is also a bankable star. Yeah. And people do want to see her and stuff. So even if that's partly because of the notoriety she gained from being in Spider-Man movies, she's a bankable star in her own right.
Just give them. So what they do is they cast Sydney Sweeney and Rachel Zegler. They'll cast Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat and Rachel Zegler as race swap.
But Sydney Sweeney is already in the Madam Web universe.
But that's not the MCU though. That's just a Sony movie.
But still, like it's all getting very confusing.
It's gonna be great. And then they'll bring back Zendaya as Spider-Man in the next one.
Perfect. I'm sure that will make everyone happy.
Like I just don't see Madeline Klein as one that like she really is so like other than Glass. I think somebody said that she was in like what Outlander or whatever. Like I'm trying to think of who would be a bigger star to cast right now.
Yeah, she's not that big of a deal.
There's kind of a sweet spot of somebody, they can't be too big.
She's kind of like Madison Beer.
Yes.
This is the reason why Madison Beer, singer you probably haven't heard of yet, is not able to make her music career take off.
What about
because
Peyton
she's
List?
like too hot for her music to blow up. Yeah. And Madeline Klein is also in that same stratosphere
Outer
of
Banks. Thank
hotness
you guys.
where she doesn't seem to be getting much play as an actress because of her looks.
What about Peyton List?
What is she doing?
Like, I'm saying, is Cobra Kai done?
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Cobra Kai's done. Do that. I don't know. There's a lot. What's Emma Roberts doing?
What is she doing anyway?
She can be.
She's still an American Horror Story.
She can be old. She can be the older, bitchier MJ, or the older, bitchier Gwen Stacy. It'll be funny. They can make her like her character in. What's it called? The one you keep trying to get me to watch.
In Scream Queens?
In Scream Queens.
Yeah, I think that chapter of her life is closed.
Be funnier if she does it if she's older. I don't know. Look, all I'm saying is if she's out of this, though. Also, there's one more thing to point out. I don't think it has anything to do with a vibe shift. I think it has everything to do with Zendaya is just a bigger, name.
Why
now.
not the vibe shift?
I don't think she needs Spider-Man. I think she could move on her own and do her own thing.
You think they tried to get her?
I don't see why not. I don't see why a good storyteller wouldn't want to work their way back to that character after making him forget her, after the unbelievably contrived plot device of the magic spell that makes him forget MJ. How do you not try to write that story? With like, it feels like you're leaving an unbelievably obvious loose thread. Because I tell you what, people are going to want Ned back. Everybody loves Ned in those movies. So, like, or then do you awkwardly bring Ned back and then she's just not there and she just never comes back up?
She's trying to do things that are more serious now, right? Because she's in the Odyssey adaptation, right? Directed by
Christopher Nolan.
And
then she'll go and
she's trying to do serious
Denis Villeneuve
stuff.
movie after that.
I think that's genuinely why. She feels like now she's done enough that she can be more picky, more choosy with the roles that she takes, and she doesn't want to do things that are too campy like a superhero movie anymore. She doesn't want to do it.
That's stupid.
I mean, it's whether it's stupid or not.
I'm being hyperbolic. It's the power of having choice and options.
Yeah, whether it's stupid or not, she gets
actually,
to do
you know what? Never mind. I change my mind. I kind of like it when I hate it when actors who don't care about those types of roles pretend like they do. I'd rather they're just like, I just did it because I wanted to make money and
she wants to do more
elevate my
movies about tennis and threesomes.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.